He stole all my games. So I destroyed his family's trust. B. Thumbnail text suggestions. He regretted everything. Sweet, sweet payback. He laughed when I told him I was a Queen fan. Said I liked gay music. Then he stole my games. All of them. But when I was done with him, his conservative parents thought he was secretly gay, and they completely lost it. If you've ever been betrayed by someone you thought was your friend, buckle in. This is how we got revenge, with a letter, some condoms, and one hell of a lie. If you've ever dreamed of serving justice to someone who used you, humiliated you, or just flat out deserved to be taken down, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for one of the most satisfying revenge stories to ever come out of the 90s. Setting the scene. It's the early 90s. No streaming, no fast internet, no Steam libraries or cloud backups. If you were a PC gamer back then, you were part of a tight-knit, borderline underground community. And if you were a teen like me, with limited money and even more limited access, gaming was your everything, your escape, your passion, your whole identity. Now imagine this. You've saved up your allowance. You've carefully ordered games from abroad through airmail, waited weeks for them to arrive. We're talking Monkey Island, Doom 2, The Settlers, absolute classics. You and your best friend would swap these, copy the copy protection files, and build your libraries together like they were sacred. We weren't rich, and games weren't cheap. This was our lifeline. We protected our collections like gold. And then came him. Enter the antagonist. New kid. Slick hair, smug grin. Let's call him Kevin, because of course his name was Kevin. Kevin swaggered into our class like he owned it. Bragged constantly about his uncle who supposedly had hundreds of PC games we'd never even heard of. Titles we'd only read about in foreign magazines. Naturally, my friend and I were intrigued. We approached him, told him about our collection, and asked if he wanted to trade. At first, he seemed cool about it. Said, "Sure, man. I'll just copy yours and bring you mine tomorrow." And that's when the bleeding began. The slow betrayal. The first time, he gave us corrupted floppies. No big deal. It happens. The second time, the copy protection files were missing, rendering the game unplayable. Still, maybe he made a mistake? But then it kept happening. Again. And again. Every time we handed over a real, working, original game, we got garbage back. And when he did return something, it was in terrible condition, scratched floppies, broken cases, or not even the right discs. Meanwhile, Kevin was now the self-proclaimed game god of our school. He was showing off the exact titles we had given him, as if they were his. Gloating. Mocking. The breaking point. The worst part. He never even said thank you. He looked down on us. Called me weird for being a fan of Queen, which in the 90s was still a risky thing to admit, especially in our conservative town. "You like that gay singer?" he sneered once. Figures. I was furious, but also powerless. He had all our games. He had humiliated us. And he didn't even care. But karma. Karma was just waiting for the right moment. The spark of revenge. That moment came thanks to an AIDS awareness event. Yeah, you heard that right. Our class was taken to a presentation hosted by a local AIDS foundation. They gave out educational flyers, information about homosexuality and safe sex, and yes, free condoms. This was the post-Freddie Mercury era. Awareness campaigns were everywhere. Now here's where things get deviously creative. Kevin came from a deeply conservative Catholic family. His mother was the type to clutch her rosary if she saw a pride flag. His father, old school, macho, the kind of guy who believed being gay was a disease. And Kevin had mocked me for being a Queen fan. He had used us, lied, disrespected, stolen. That's when the idea hit us like a lightning bolt. The plan begins. My friend and I were among the few kids with inkjet printers at home. So we crafted the most believable, soul-shattering, and inflammatory letter you could imagine. We copied the foundation's logo straight from the flyers, matched their formal tone, and wrote something that sounded just official enough to fool any parent reading it. Here's what it said. Dear Kevin, thank you for your letter. We understand it's difficult being open about being homosexual, and you have many questions after the event you attended with your class. Please find enclosed a flyer which should answer many of your questions, as well as some condoms. Please practice safe sex at all times. We printed it, folded it, slipped in all the flyers we had collected from the event, every rainbow flag, every statistic about transmission rates, every photo we could find. And finally, we included those bright, obvious AIDS Foundation branded condoms. Then, we addressed it not to Kevin, but to Mr. Kevin's last name. Because we wanted his dad to open it. The fallout. About a week later, we knew it had arrived. Kevin didn't come to school for 2 days. When he finally showed up, he looked like he hadn't slept. His eyes were bloodshot, his face pale. We fished, casually. Hey man, everything okay? He stared daggers at us. You wouldn't believe what happened, he muttered. Turns out, his mother screamed. His dad went ballistic. They were convinced he had written that letter to the AIDS Foundation. That he was gay. That he'd been hiding it from them. He was grounded for weeks. And here's the kicker, he believed it too. At first, he genuinely thought someone had submitted his name to the foundation. It wasn't until we got cocky, asking just the right questions, maybe smirking a little too much, that he realized it had to be us. The confrontation. And oh boy, it wasn't over yet, because Kevin told his parents. And we got dragged to the principal's office, with his mom and dad sitting right there, fuming. We had to explain everything. Why we did it. How we did it. What led us there. It was awkward, tense, uncomfortable. But honestly, it was worth it. Because Kevin, he never touched another one of our games. Never made another joke about Freddie Mercury. Never tried to screw anyone over again, at least not publicly. We hit him where it hurt, not physically, but socially, emotionally, and in the space he thought was untouchable, his parents' trust. That letter, it shattered his illusion of control. We couldn't take back our games. We couldn't undo what he stole. But what we could do was hit him with a moment he'd never forget. We made the bully feel powerless, just like he'd made us feel. And it's been nearly 30 years, but to this day, I've never pulled off a more satisfying act of revenge. Revenge doesn't always need fists or screaming matches. Sometimes, the sharpest justice comes in the form of humiliation, served cold, with just the right touch of irony. Kevin used us, disrespected us, mocked us for being different. We gave him a lesson he'd remember for the rest of his life. If that story made you smile or cringe, in the best way, hit that like button. And tell us in the comments, what's the most savage revenge you've ever seen or dreamed of pulling off? And of course, subscribe for more stories where karma doesn't just come back, it kicks the door in.